Today's news headline is Iran wants Hezbollah leader's death will not go unavenged. Iran's supreme leader has said the death of Hezbollah's leader Hassan Nasrallah will not go unavenged, a day after he was killed in an Israeli airstrike in Lebanon. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei announced 5 days of mourning in Iran in response to what he called the martyrdom of the great Nasrallah, describing him as a path and a school of thought that would continue. Iranian media reported that an Iranian Revolutionary Guards general was also killed in the Israeli strikes in Beirut on Friday. Israel's military said Nasrallah had the blood of thousands on his hands and that it targeted him while he was commanding more immediate attacks. There are fears that the strike could plunge the wider region into war after nearly a year of cross-border fighting between Israel and Hezbollah sparked by the 7 October attacks and involved the Gaza Strip. Key to what happened next in the Middle East is what Ayatollah Khamenei decides. So far, he and other senior Iranian figures have refrained from vowing to retaliate for the series of severe and humiliating blows that Israel has dealt Hezbollah in recent weeks. Seemingly because Iran does not want a war with its arch enemy, Iran also has not carried out its threat to avenge the assassination of Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran in July, which Iran and Hamas blamed on Israel. Both Hezbollah and Hamas are designated as terrorist organizations by Israel, the US, UK and other countries. Earlier on Saturday, Ayatollah Khamenei urged Muslims to stand by Hezbollah with the resources and help, but did not promise to retaliate for the strike that killed Nasrallah. The fate of his region will be determined by their forces of resistance, with Hezbollah at the forefront, he said. Reuters news agency meanwhile cited two regional officials as saying that the supreme leader had been transferred to a secure location inside Iran with heightened security measures. They also said Iran was in consistent contact with Hezbollah and other allies determine their next steps according to the report. Friday's Israeli strike leveled several buildings in Beirut's southern suburb of Dahieh underneath which the Israeli military said Hezbollah's center headquarters was located. Hezbollah confirmed Nasrallah's death on Saturday, but it did not comment on the Israeli military's claim that Ali Karki, the head of the group's southern front, and other commanders were killed alongside Nasrallah. Jan Abbas, Nilforoshan, Deputy of Command of Operation for Iran's Islamic Revolution of Guard Corps, was also martyred in Dahieh on Friday, according to the IRGC linked cyber news outlet. It provided no further details, although the moderate Deadban News website said he was assassinated along with Nasrallah. However, there has been no official confirmation from Iranian authorities. Iran uses the IRGC to provide Hezbollah with most of its funding, training, and weapons, which have allowed the Shia Islamist group to build a new military wing stronger than the Lebanese army. The US says the IRGC also oversees the coordination of Iranians' networks of allied armed groups across the Middle East, which are also opposed to the US and Israel and sometimes refer themselves as the Axis of Resistance. Besides Hezbollah, they include Hamas, the Houthis in Yemen, and Shia militias in Iraq and Syria. On Saturday, there were air raids and sirens in the Israeli cities Tel Aviv after the Houthis launched a missile in support of Hezbollah. The Israeli military said the missile was intercepted. The Islamic Resistance in Iraq, an umbrella group of Iraqi militias, also claimed new drone attacks on northern Israel and the occupied Golan Heights. Sanam Vakil, director of the Middle East program at the UK-based think tank Chatham House, said Iran's reputation among its allies was certainly damaged, and that it would be looking for some way to turn the tables and save some face. This could result in coordinated Axis response, including from Iraq and the Houthis, or another direct Iranian strike on Israel itself. She said, by maintaining pressure or even escalating, Tehran is aware that this will invite further attacks, but it will choose to do so keep pressure on Israel. About who is Syed Hassan Nasrallah? Syed Hassan Nasrallah, born in 1960, Nasrallah has over the years played a major role in turning Hezbollah into a major military and political force. Sayyid Hassan Nasrallah grew up in Beirut's eastern Burj Hammoud neighborhood where his father Abdul Karim used to sell fruits and vegetables. Among the eldest of 9 children, Sayyid Hassan Nasrallah in 1975 joined the Amal movement, back then a Shia militia, after the country descended into civil war. Thereafter, he was in Iraq's Najaf for some time before rejoining the Amal movement in 1982. He and others split from the group soon after Israel invaded Lebanon in retaliation to the attack by Palestinian militants. Islamic Amal, the new group, later went on to emerge as the most prominent of the Shia militias. It later formed Hezbollah while receiving organizational from military backing from Iran's Revolutionary Guards. Hezbollah announced its establishment officially by publishing an open letter in 1985. Back then, it identified the Soviet Union and the US as the principal enemies of Islam and called for the Israel's obliteration, claiming that it was occupying Muslims' land. During his initial journey in the group, Nasrallah made his way through various ranks as he continued to grow. At the age of 32, he became Hezbollah's leader in 1992, following his predecessor Abbas al-Musawi's assassination in a helicopter strike by Israel. Among his first action after taking control was to retaliate al-Musawi's killing as he ordered attacks into northern Israel. Iran's emergency meeting. On Friday night, the Supreme Leader of Iran, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, convened an emergency meeting of the Supreme National Council. Since July, this was the first time when Khamenei convened the meeting of the Council that responds to the national security threats and shaped foreign and national policy.